everyone, I am Laura Houston and I'd like to welcome you back to our third day of ScholarTalks. We are live streaming from Sunkist Elementary School in the amazing Anaheim Elementary School District. So you may be wondering, what is a Scholar Talk? It is exactly as it sounds. It is a talk given by a scholar. And a scholar is someone who studies, is curious, who researches and works very hard in school and in life. The subjects that you are about to hear were chosen by the students. Their assignment was share something important to you. That's it. Any topic, any subject. Share something important to you. So as you listen to these talks today, I invite you to ponder these questions. What is important to me? What might I give a scholar talk about? Because it might be you up here on the stage next year. So I would like to introduce our first scholar. His name is Christopher, and he is a 6th grader from Orange Grove Elementary School. And the topic that he will be speaking to us about today is, how do people become chefs?
Have you ever wondered the journey people take to become chefs? Some people think it takes 1 year and you're done. Wrong. It takes about 4 to 6 years to become a professional chef. Some accomplishments that chefs achieve are owning their own restaurant, creating new dishes, and winning awards worldwide throughout competitions. The first step on becoming a chef is going to school. Chefs don't go to ordinary school. Instead, they go to culinary school to learn the basics of cooking food properly. Before you go to school, you need to learn the basic safety precautions about how kitchens function, or you will not be accepted. Step number 2, going to training. In training, they teach you, they make you take a specialized test of what you have learned in culinary school. If you pass, you move on. If you fail, you go back to school. In training, they teach you new and specialized ways on how to cook food. They also teach you new ways to put flavor onto the food you're making. Step number 3. Once you have finished after you've done your training, you go to work. In work, you need to go to work because in order to become a professional chef, you need experience. While you work, you also learn how to cook while you own your own restaurant. You also learn how to cook fast because when it is rush hour, you can't make a mistake or you'll ruin everything. Step number 4. Once you have finished your culinary school, training, and your work, you move on to become a professional chef. Once you're a professional chef, you can create your own dishes and share the recipes with other people. Fun fact, cooking is art and culture at the same time because you're cooking food from different places. You can create TV shows like Gordon Ramsay and have cooking competitions in them. Fun fact, Gordon Ramsay earns over $60 million a year. That's crazy if you ask me. Did you know that chefs have a higher chance at meeting celebrities? Once you have become a professional, as you can see, becoming a professional chef is not easy because you need to go to culinary school, then training, and then go work before becoming a professional chef. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Christopher. I enjoyed your statement that cooking is a combination of art and culture. I've never thought of it that way. Thank you for sharing. Nice work and excellent example of perseverance through the speech. Good job. Next, you are going to hear some words of wisdom from Jayden, who is a 5th grader at Ponderosa Elementary School. And his very important speech is entitled, "We All Know Someone." Thank you.
We all know someone who has said, "I am the least racist person in the world." Fact, that is simply not possible. That does not mean they are racist. Most times they are non-racist. I'm going to talk about being anti-racist. Frederick Douglass is anti-racist. He motivated Abraham Lincoln to end slavery. Rosa Parks is anti-racist. She started the bus boycott when she said enough was enough. Martin Luther King Jr. was anti-racist. Without him, we may not see the civil rights movement in 1964. These are just a few leaders from our past who are anti-racist, and what did they all have in common? They took action. That's what it means to be anti-racist, to take action. You don't have to be any of these profound, courageous leaders from our past. It can be done in our daily activities. After the murder of George Floyd, I was bothered by what I saw, but I was also very confused. I watched my parents cry, then get angry, then cry again. My parents started talking about racism. They started talking about their fears for me and my brother and what it really means to grow up as a young black man or any minority. I learned about family members who have lived under racist policies. My great-grandfather, John Richardson, was the first to integrate his naval ship. He faced difficult acts of discrimination while serving our country. My great-grandmother suffered through Jim Crow segregation laws. It is my responsibility to honor their struggle by standing up for equality. I had to learn more. I learned about the history of America. Much of it I've learned in school. We learn about why it's great to be an American and all things we celebrate, like the 4th of July. We learn about past presidents, and we even learn about leaders like Martin Luther King Jr. What we don't learn enough about are the victims who suffered discrimination and abuse that caused these leaders to fight and risk their lives for change. We don't learn enough about kids like Ruby Bridges, a 6-year-old little black girl who was one of the first to integrate a school. Even though the law said she had every right to attend that school and stop hundreds of white mothers and fathers from harassing her and torturing her to the point where she had to be escorted by U.S. Marshals just to attend school. What about the Hispanics who were allowed to cross the border or come work extremely long hours in the fields picking food for white Americans who just didn't want to do the hard labor? They too were beaten and treated less than human just because of their skin tone. There was also a mass lynching of Asian immigrants looking for a better opportunity at life, or any other race that have faced similar acts of violence simply for not being white. America should be celebrated for so many accomplishments. We are a country of immigrants and we should be proud. We cannot ignore the sins of our past. We must learn from our mistakes so we can do better. I think sometimes as children we are sheltered from the harsh realities of what our history might tell us. But I am here to tell you we are not too young to know the truth. We want to know the truth, and if you arm my generation with the power of knowledge, we can be the change we want to see. I choose to be anti-racist. I'll take action by educating myself. I will not be silent if I see someone being mistreated unfairly for any reason. I'll educate those who unknowingly make insensitive comments, because sometimes people just don't know better. Although we have come so far in the civil rights movement, we have not come far enough. I will carry the torch for my family who experienced terrible injustices, but I will also honor the anti-racist leaders from our past who laid the groundwork for us to build the America we can all be proud of. Nobody is born hating another person. Hate is taught, so now it's time to teach love and compassion. We must learn and grow together as one race, the human race. To quote Maya Angelou, do the best you can until you know better. Then when you know better, do better. It's time we all do better. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jayden. That was amazing, and you heard it from him. He says kids are not too young to be told the truth. Jayden, I hope you run for president. I will vote for you. So next we have Jocelyn, and Jocelyn is a 5th grader at Price Elementary School, and her talk is called, Why is Laughing Important? Let's hear it from Jocelyn.
Hi, I'm Jocelyn, and I wanted to tell you why I think laughing is important. I think everyone needs to laugh a little every day because it can break tension or just lighten the mood. Research has proven that laughter can have a positive effect on your health and make you live longer. When you're laughing, you're showing your emotions and that you're amused. Laughing can help us in so many ways. It's good for you and it's good for others. There are many things that can make people laugh, such as jokes, someone getting hurt, or funny faces. Laughing can also prevent heart disease. If you laugh a lot, you may get sick less often than others. Humans aren't the only ones that can laugh. Cats and dogs laugh too, rats and monkeys as well. Laughing is great for your body. Laughing can energize your heart, lungs, and muscles. Not only does laughing energize your body, but it can also reduce stress. Laughing can improve our intake of oxygen too. Did you know that laughing can actually make our immune system stronger? Laughing has been known to improve your mood and attitude. Even hearing someone else laugh can lighten your mood. Adults laugh about 15 to 30 times a day. A child at the age of 6 laughs about 3 times more than an adult. Studies show that laughing brings us closer together. When we're laughing with someone, we're creating a special bond. When we laugh, our bodies release endorphins. Endorphins is a kind of feel-good chemical. So even when you're fake laughing, your body releases endorphins. So basically when you're laughing, you feel positive. I like to make people laugh because I know when I am, they're feeling positive because of the endorphins. Did you know that laughing can raise our heart rate and blood pressure? Laughing has been known to be contagious. Not all laughs are the same. There are many different types of laughing, such as chuckling, giggling, or cackling. To cackle is to make a sharp, broken noise when laughing. To chuckle is to laugh quietly, and to giggle is to laugh lightly. There are many different other types of laughing, but that would take forever. Laughing can leave our muscles relaxed up to 45 minutes. Laughing can increase our cells and infection-fighting antibodies, so it improves our resistance to disease. If you want to laugh, you can watch a funny movie or show with a friend, or maybe go to a stand-up comedy thing. If you laugh 15 times a day, you might lose weight. The average person laughs about 13 times a day. To summarize everything that has been stated, laughing is good for you physically and mentally. I think it's good for you and great for others. If there is tension in the air, laughter is sure to break it. Henry D. Montefiore actually said that laughter is the best medicine, and I, for one, think he's right. Have you ever went to the dentist and they give you laughing gas where you act all goofy but you're relaxed? That's because laughing does relax you. Or have you ever tried to tickle yourself and make yourself laugh? Probably didn't work, because you cannot make yourself laugh by tickling yourself. Finally, research has shown it's not good to laugh too much, but laughing a little every day is good. So humor has a great effect on us. Thank you.
Thank you, Jocelyn, for reminding us about the importance of laughter and how it can really be healthy for us. Especially, it's the same thing for a positive mindset. So thank you so much. Excellent speech. And then we have for our next scholar, it's Mia, and Mia is a 5th grader from Revere Elementary School, and she is going to talk on the subject of insecurities. So welcome, Mia.
You hate yourself. You want to be one of those actresses like Jennifer Lawrence or Lady Gaga or Ariana Grande, but you're nothing like them. And you're nothing like them. Sometimes you judge yourself to other people, like maybe to a celebrity or maybe to your friends, and they're beautiful and you're nothing like them. Sometimes you judge yourself and you get these things called insecurities. But remember, no one's perfect. No one looks the same. Sometimes you just have to you judge yourself because you don't think you're perfect enough. But no one's perfect. No one looks the same. If we all looked the same, we wouldn't have any unique features. Sometimes I had a friend once, and she thought sometimes you judge yourself. I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. Do you want to start over? You can completely start over. Just take a deep breath. You're okay. And you can just say what you want to say, even if you say things out of order.
You judge yourself because
Do you have one last thought that you'd like to add at the end of your speech? You can just give your last thoughts. How about that?
you don't judge yourself because no one's perfect. No one looks the same. Don't let thoughts get into your head.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good job. Thank you, Mia. Mia, the topic of your speech is so important. And I have to say, it takes a lot of courage to come up here and speak in front of your peers. Everyone is doing an excellent job. And I think if I were, let's see, Mia's a fifth grader, I couldn't do this as a fifth grader or a sixth grader. So I am so proud of everyone today. Why don't we give all of our scholars a special round of applause? Very good. And we will be back here tomorrow again at 1:30 to hear another 5 groups of Scholar Talks. Before we go, I would like to thank all the students and the teachers for having your classes participate in this special project. I'd like to thank the administrators and the parents. Thank you, parents, for supporting your students and bringing them here today. I really appreciate it. Good job, everybody. Thank you, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.